Welcome back. Thanks for staying with us. Let's still stay with the Achimota Forest conversation and hear from the ranking member on the Environment, Science, Technology and Innovation Committee of Parliament, Ebenezer Okletey Terlabi, who has served notice the committee will vehemently oppose any sale of a forest reserve.
Remember, the Committee on Lands and Natural Resources, even when they intervened to stop, if anything, if the government then had any plans for, redemarcating or allocating the place for any other development. The Committee on Environment, the Committee on the Lands and Natural Resources, in fact, did not, sit down. We went in, and that process, though it was rumor, never came, to be. But today, I have just read the document you sent to me. What it means is that the president has given authority to the minister to do what he is doing. And what I'm saying is that that forest there did not come into existence by accident. It was planned. It was the use of the powers of the president should not hurt the people, the very people he's supposed to be protecting. The people of Ghana, the Greater Accra region must rise up to support. The media to also support this cause to stop them from destroying Achimota Forest, because the implications, the consequences are dire.
And in the last few minutes, there's been a statement from the minority side of Parliament signed by Minority Leader Haruna Idrisu on this particular development, in which they are calling on the President to, as a matter of urgency, take a second look at the EI 144 and revoke it as soon as possible. Now, they say this is obviously a negative impact on the carbon oxide situation in the atmosphere in Ghana's capital city. They say, for example, in the John Mahama administration, there was an agreement for the area to be redeveloped into a modern eco-tourist site. But as we have it now, the latest is that in excess of 360 acres of a forest reserve land, as per the schedule of EI 144, has no longer been a forest reserve and having been granted to an individual for redevelopment should not be the case. It's also not the same as the 90 acres of land that was given to the old family for their processes and development in 2008 and 2013. And so they say, for example, that the decision to maintain the whole of a forest as a reserve was aimed at not only guaranteeing the integrity of a forest, but also creating employment opportunities for Ghanaians, as well as generating more income for the Forestry Commission. And they conclude by saying, therefore, the latest dangerous, they describe it as reckless and or possible self-seeking decision of the Akufo-Addo Bawumia government cannot and should not be misconstrued as a continuation of a previous government's policy on this subject.